Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and welcome to my YouTube channel, a Lefty Knitter podcast, where I show you guys all the things I'm making and cranking and working on that is, crafty related. Different angle today because I have a finished object to show you and I'm super excited. So let's get into the nitty gritty. I try to record through the week and post on Saturdays. Today is already January the 19th. It's raining outside. It's really disgusting and gross. 2023, just in case, 100 years later in the vault, you don't know what year this is. Oh, okay. So strange. I'm so strange. I live in Baltimore, husband, kids, cats, and whatnot. So I'm going to post some videos in here before I show you my finished object because I talk about it a little bit and it was pre-being finished. So let's pause here and I'm going to show you I'm going to talk a little bit about the shuffle sweater, which is yarn that I was using. I'll preface, yarn I was using in a swap that I got as an advent with one of my friends, Andrea. I had to supplement it with a few minis and I did that. I'm really excited about it. It is a crochet sweater. I did end up putting some knitting to it, so you'll see that. And yeah, let's pop those clips in here.
All right, guys, so I didn't explain very properly in the last video that this shuffle sweater does have an applied neckline on it. And I wanted to show you guys. It calls for a crochet attached ribbed neckline. I've already picked up all my foundation stitches and I was working the ribbing. I don't like it. I think it looks messy to me because I can't see the stitches well enough, and I'm using like a 3.25 millimeter hook. So I've decided I'm going to rip this out, and I wanted to show you guys because, well, I feel like I should show everything. My fails, the parts I don't like. So I'm taking this out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all the stitches like I already did, but with a needle. And I'm going to do an applied neckline with a ribbed needle, a ribbed knitting collar on it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to take this out right now. This is not going to be easy. Well, I will take it out, but this is a Knit Picks Stroll, a purple heather colorway. I don't know the exact name. So this is what I'm going to use, and I'll show you guys the results of that. I think I'm going to get better definition with a knitted ribbed neckline. So there we go. This is why we can alter our patterns the way we like them. Hey everybody, I did rip that out. I had to actually cut it off, and I have to weave in my ends, but I did a knitted neckline. I think it looks so much better. So, of course, I'll show you guys when I actually put it on, but sorry, ends everywhere. I'm just trying to, so you guys can see. I'm going to do the bottom in the same, but I think I'm going to use, I don't know. I don't think I want to use a 3. I used a US 3. I'm going to use a US 5 on the bottom because I don't want it to pull in. So that's my plan. I did kind of do something funky there, but it's fine. It looks fine. All right, I just wanted to show you guys.
And with the magic of YouTube greatness, I'm back. And I'm wearing it. I love it so much. I did end up, like I told you guys, putting a knitted neckline on it. It's a 1x1 rib. What did I end up doing? Yeah, 1x1. Couldn't remember. I'm sorry. 1x1 rib, and I ended up adding some length to it. So I will step back and show you guys the little bit of length that I put on it. I've been folding the cuffs. I need to trim that little end I wove in, but I've been folding the cuffs because they're a little long. I'll show you the length. And honestly, they're not bad. I just don't know if I like that tightness going this far at my arm. That's just me being picky. And I did half the length of what I did for the cuffs here as the bottom cuff. This was Knit Pick Stroll that I found. I think I said that in the videos, so just repeating myself here. I didn't want to buy yarn. I know you guys all commented, make it match the sleeve cuffs, and I was just like, I can't justify buying yarn when I have yarn I know will work. And this is such a, like, crazy project anyway. I just felt like it didn't have to have that, like, cohesiveness. So I'll have this Ravelry page linked down below so you can get the designer's name and everything. I can never remember names. I'm really sorry. I really try. But let me step back so you guys can see. I might have to tilt this down a little. Hold on, a little bit more. Tilt it down a little more. Sorry if you see all of our messiness. I really love it. The one thing I do wish I would have done is maybe put a darker color. It's so bright in the front, and then this is so pretty and jewel toned, and then the back is darker. I kind of wish I would have, I don't know, halved this stripe and did a dark stripe in the middle. I don't know. It's totally fine. I used up every mini that I was gifted. Every mini. I am so grateful and thank you. I used minis from Andrea, of course I mentioned. Lisa from Fibernymphdyeworks sent me some minis, and then Chevis had sent me some minis in a Christmas present. So I used all of them. Every bit. I have the tiniest bit of scraps left over that I'm going to throw in my bin for my blanket that I occasionally crochet on. So yeah. It's not too terrible with it like that, but I tend to do this a lot, and then I feel like I'm really baggy up here. I feel like it's not as much. I don't know. I'm just being me. All right. I hope knit night happens tonight, because I would really love to see my girls and wear this craziness out to the brewery. I may have shown you guys already the first finished hat that I had from the leftovers of that mandala cake. I finished a second one. I have to weave in the ends, but it is otherwise done. And I only have the tiniest scrap left. So this one I decided to do a 3-needle bind off at the top, and this one I just did rounded. These are just out of my head. No particular pattern. I just wanted to use up these scraps because I feel like I get scraps of worsted weight yarns or heavier weight yarns, and then I never do anything with them and they sit. So I actually dug out a bunch of scraps of worsted weight yarns and possibly some DK, and I think I might just crank them on my Addi circular machine and make some donation hats, because I mean, I think I did the greatest Scrappy project of the year. Just saying. So I don't know where those scraps would go into play, and I'm trying to use my stash this year. I'm trying to use what I have, and that's my plan. I know I'm going to end up buying stuff because I'm not going to deny myself to do that, but yeah. All right. So that's what I have to show you guys, and that's like, I have one other whip and my blanket, and the blanket I do want to work on, but the other one isn't bringing me joy, so I'm not going to know, I don't know what I'm doing with that. But the next sweater I just purchased, so this is going to be future knitting, dream knitting. I've made myself like 2 garments already in the last month, 2 months. I need to make something for family, so I promised Haze I would make her a cropped sweater. She loves cropped items, loves belly shirts. She's in love. I let her wear the stuff only because if she's wearing a layer underneath of it, what is it hurting? So I let her have her she has a lot of freedom with her clothing, as long as it still falls in the appropriateness for school or function that we're going to. So I'm going to make her a love note. I bought it this morning and I dug out some mohair that I have, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. She has like 7 skeins of yarn that are specifically for her, and I'm gonna go downstairs and I might just have to potluck pick one. I don't know which one to use. I can use one for her size. She's falling between 2 sizes, and I'm not sure. I probably should do a swatch to figure it out, but we'll get there. We'll get there. And I'm probably gonna make it even more cropped than the actual cropped version, because she really likes them to be like workout crop looking. Like, I can't explain. I don't know the technical term for it, but that's what she loves. And so I think I'm gonna do what she wants, right? So that way she'll wear it. And I think I showed it to her. She thought it was super cute, and she's very excited. And she didn't want to pick the yarn. I asked her, and she said for me to pick it. So I have all the freedom to do what I want. She also wants a Wednesday vest. So if you've seen the show, she wears this black and white vest. I've kind of seen patterns on Ravelry, but if you guys know of one, that's like, maybe it's just maybe I need to search checkerboard in Ravelry, not specifically the Wednesday vest, because if it's a checkerboard and it's 2 colors, I can easily modify the colors to be black and white. All right, I need to do some searching, but she wants a Wednesday. The other thing is, it's probably going to be made for adults and not so much children, so I'll have to figure out the adaptability there. Wish me luck, because she's like, oh, I want that, and then I really want to make it for her. Just like, you know, a few episodes back, you saw me make that velvety green sweater that she just had to have. And she loves it. So, I'm a people pleaser. If you guys don't already know, I'm a people pleaser. And I'm trying to please her. I want to be the best mom ever. All right, I'm being silly now. I need to go. My neighbors are probably looking at me funny because I'm standing right in my front window. All right, until the next clip, guys. Yeah, sweater. It's pretty cool. I love it. So today is Friday. It is January 20th, I believe. And I finished my sweater, you guys saw. And I want to cast something else on. And I told you guys I want to make something for Haze. So I dug out all her yarns, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make her a love note. Now, I've never made a love note before. Tin Can Knits has a huge wide variety. When I looked it up, I purchased it yesterday. When I looked it up, it has like over 10,000 pages of people's projects. That's amazing. Like, amazing. I know many people who have made multiples of these, so that's a testament right there to a pattern, correct? So I dug out her yarns. These have been actually sitting out for a while because I knew I wanted to make something for her. And I was going to make her there was a sweater going around where you were marling all the different colors and it was like held 2 and 3 strands or something. I think what I'm going to do though, I'm going to veer off from that and I'm going to do the love note. Now, what I think I have decided is, I'm not fully decided yet. She picked this color. I know she picked this color, and I know she picked this color, right? I only have 1 skein of each. Her size calls for like 450 yards. But what I'm going to do, I think I have enough of this. I'm hoping. If I don't, that would really suck. But I'm going to do the neckline. Okay. I'm going to do the neckline and any stitching before the lace. I'm going to use this color. The lace is going to be done in this color and the rest of the sweater will be done in this color. And Hazel is really all about some crop tops, and I probably will make this even more cropped for her. I'm gonna go as far as I can with the yarn, possibly. We'll see. But I had to do some digging because I knew I had some mohair left over from one of my sweaters, and I have this left over. This is Fibernymphdyeworks. This is her floof base, and this is the colorway Soot. And hers is a kid mohair silk, and it's 459 yards for a skein. That's a lot. So like,
I know this isn't a whole skein. It's only like 30 some grams. I weighed it. I also have, sorry, notification. I also have, see, these are all the yarns that I have. Gosh darn it, people, leave me alone. I have this, which doesn't really go with like the other skeins. That's why I was going to hold things together. I have this one. I have this one. I have these two that are both like super sparkly, different dyers that she's picked out. But I have other floof. I have this one, which is an Debbie Bliss Angel Super Kid Mohair and Silk, which I used for hats. And I also have the black. So I bought these because they were on a clearance for some reason. They're the Special Reserve Lace Weight Alpaca Bloom. This is from Knit Picks. These are only 25 grams and 164 yards, and I have 2 of them. So what I think is I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to hold the black with the purple. She's super moody. She loves super moody stuff, so I think she's going to totally dig this. She has given me all creative freedom, and that's fun. And I'm going to hold the gray with this because I don't think I have enough of the white. So I'm going to hold the gray with this one, hold the black with this one. I have to do some swatching. I'm probably going to swatch mostly with this because this is going to be the main, like most of the sweater is going to be in this. What do you think? This is a colorway. I never said it was this colorway. And this is her Psychic colorway. Wish me luck, y'all. I'm excited about this, though. I think she's gonna really love it. Oh, I didn't say the composition. The Alpaca Bloom is 91% superfine alpaca and 9% nylon. How thick are these strands? Gosh, I can't even get one. Okay. There you go. I am excited. I am very excited. I say that all the time. I'm always excited about all my projects. She's at an age that she wants me to make things, and I have the freedom, and it's kind of like, that's a whole lot of fun to me. Like, if she was being super picky, I would be like, ugh. Like a commissioned item. Love note, y'all. Tell me what you think about it. I know there's a lot of people that have made it, so if you don't mind putting down below if you've made one, you know, pros and cons, I guess. This will set me up to know if I want to make one for myself. There we go. All right. Until the next clip. Oh, I have other things to show you. I forgot. I cranked these on my 48 stitch cylinder for Haze. She has this is Avalon Springs Farm. She has a tank top made out of this, the Faye tank, I think. So I had enough to make her a pair of socks, and I just did a scalloped edge. I also did 2 videos on this. The other one is not posted yet. One was a fail and one is a success, obviously. And then I had cranked a pair of socks while I was at Avalon Springs because I was demoing there for the Fiber Studio Art Tour, and I had this already wound up and I was getting their machine to run correctly. So they're a little big. They're a little big. They're definitely like a house sock or throw in some slippers around the house. But I wasn't gonna rip it out. These were done, other than the closing the toe. And I closed the toe. So I'm trying to make myself also more accountable for posting all the things I crank on my machine. Because I feel like even though it's not a hand knit object and I understand I can make a pair in an hour, it is really exciting to go back and look at my numbers and see how many things I cranked. Because last year, I definitely didn't log everything I cranked on my machines. So I want to hold myself more accountable to making the project pages, even if I don't put specific notes about the project, at least having a picture and a page for it and tagging it with 2023, because that's how I can figure out how many things I made in 2023. If you don't know that tip already, if you use the tags in Ravelry, you just put the year and then you can search for that year in your tags and you'll be able to see how many objects you made. I know you can look at the challenge page also, so I usually double check. I cross-reference myself and make sure that everything has been tagged. Just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. Just my own brainwaves. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program. Okay, y'all, it is about 7:30 Saturday morning. I'm not wrapping this up yet, but I just wanted to show you. I needed a quick project to cast on, so John had dyed this, and we have a blanket made of it. And John had also dyed this. This was fisherman's wool, and this was like the alpaca tweed bear from Knit Picks. So I'm just gonna make brim in this color, hat in this color. I'm trying to use up all my scraps. I've told you I want to either crank them on my Addi machine, like my heavier weight scraps that I have, and have hats to donate. So that's my plan with those. But I told you I wanted to cast on the love note. Here are the two colors, so you can remind you. And I needed to swatch. This isn't a proper swatch, but I needed to have some sort of idea. So last night I cast on. This is with 10s up to about here. See my marker? And I'm getting about 7.5 stitches per inch. Or 4 inches. I'm supposed to get, sorry, it's supposed to be 8 stitches per 2 inches, 4 stitches an inch. So I'm getting 7.5 per 2 inches. I want to measure up here. I switched to 9s and just get an idea. So, grabbing my tool. My tool that I have in this is a 2-inch tool, so I'm just gonna do, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's still 7. So I was getting like 7.5 down here. How am I only getting? I know I don't want to aggressively block this when I make it. Maybe I'm counting wrong. Let me try it again. Sorry that I'm doing this on camera. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm getting closer. I was not quite right. So I'm getting about 8. That's about what it calls for. I'm going to do the size, I believe it's like 8'10", not 6'8". 8'10" for her. She's gonna need to grow into it anyway, right? She's a kid, she's growing. That's not gonna change. I can't stop her. Alright, I'm gonna rip this out and start with the 9s, I think, instead of 10s. I'm gonna get this going today. I'm so excited. I'm not excited about ripping this out, but so be it. Alright, let's get this started. It's now Sunday, January 22nd, and I'm gonna round up this video now finally. We had a very, well, yesterday I started working on my project. We were very lazy most of the day, and then we ended up being kidless. So we went out and had some drinks and dinner, and I tried to work on the love note with some beers. Shouldn't have done that. I have a lace section. I have one part out of the 15 repeats on this size that's a little messed up, and I am not very good at dropping down lace and fixing it, so I don't think I'm going to. If I can find it, I'll show you. But okay, so let me take this beginning round marker off. I'm ready to go back. I just finished all the lace, and I'm ready to now go back to the other color. So I did not do a provisional cast on because I didn't want to. So here's the top. I'm just going to pick up and knit the neckline, and I'm okay with that. So here's the top with the colorway held with the dark alpaca, and then this is, oh my gosh, I have it right here. No, I don't. My label must have fallen out. Okay. Urban Girl Yarns. It's Urban Girl Yarns. This is the color. Hazel had picked this a while ago, holding it with the lighter mohair from Fibernymphdyeworks. Yeah. And the part I have messed up is you have all these pretty, like, leafy looking things. I messed this one up. Right here.
It's okay. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. I really don't know. I really messed up. So I don't know what I did. And I'm not sure how to, like, go back and fix it. So guess what is not happening? It's just not going to be fixed. I thought about trying to drop down to a row I can kind of recognize, but honestly, yeah, it'll be fine. It's on the back. It'll end up being on the back of the sweater once I put all my, getting ready to put all my markers in for the raglan increases. So I'm going to change colors and do that, and yeah, it's fine. I'm not ripping back. It's 20 rows of lace, and I did it probably on the second repeat. I'm just not doing it, so I'd have to rip back 10 full rows, and yeah. I don't know why I feel like I have to justify why I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. So this morning I got a lot of work done on this, nursing some coffee. John and I watched this 3-part series about the earthquake in Nepal, and we have the last episode to go, so yeah. Today is going to be a pretty quiet day. We're just hanging out with some friends, I believe, at their house and chilling. Yeah, and that's all I got done. I'm still really excited about this. Don't get my whatever I'm talking about as not enthusiastic. I'm just not feeling like super enthusiastic today because I'm just not feeling too good. I drank too much. I just not feeling well. Yeah. So we were watching that, and that's about it. I'm gonna edit, and I'm gonna change back, and I'm gonna start working on the raglan increases. So this is such a fast knit. It's incredibly crazy how fast this is working up, which is really cool. Makes me excited, there's that word again, to make one possibly for myself in the future. It is a very, other than the lace, and I shouldn't have been doing it, it's been pretty easy, and I appreciate that. All right, until the next episode, y'all, make sure you're checking in on one another and all those things, because it's very important. And I'll catch you next time. I say knit happy, but I feel like, that might not always be, maybe you're sad and you just need to knit because it takes your mind off of it. That doesn't mean you're going to be knitting happy. Okay, I need to stop. I should just stick with it. Just stick with it. Knit happy.